The brain needs language. This is a summary of an article published in BATOD magazine, March 2019. This article was written by myself, Kate Rowley, and two co-authors, Hilary Dumbrill and Mairead MacSweeney. In it, we discuss the importance of early language development for the development of the brain and cognitive function, and how we can ensure this happens. Language development is closely associated with a range of important cognitive and social skills. For example, executive function and theory of mind. Executive function, or EF, refers to the way children are able to remember and follow instructions. For example, being able to plan and write a paragraph about a topic set by a teacher. Studies have shown that language ability supports the development of EF skills, not the other way round. Therefore, language plays an important role in the development of other skills too. Theory of mind, or TOM, is the ability acquired during childhood to understand that one's own mind, our thoughts and our beliefs are different from those of others. Deaf children who are native signers have more advanced theory of mind skills than older deaf children who score the same for language ability but who've learnt BSL later on in life, proving that early exposure to language is vital for the development of other cognitive skills. Research on hearing children suggests that poor language and cognitive skills can have long-term implications for educational and vocational attainment, as well as affecting mental health and general well-being. Preventing language delay or deprivation. Professionals working with deaf children aim to prevent language delay and deprivation. Doing so provides a strong foundation for the development of age-appropriate cognitive and social skills. This is a challenging task, so what can professionals do to ensure deaf children develop robust language skills? Communication is key. Parents should be encouraged to make use of all resources available to them, including gesture, speech and sign. The first few months of life are vital for the development of pre-linguistic communication, such as joint attention, pointing, showing objects, gestures and facial expressions. Infants often copy facial expressions, and this is the crucial start of communication. It may not be language, but it is still important. Will learning sign language have a negative impact on deaf children's ability to develop spoken language? Parents and some professionals believe that learning sign language will negatively impact a child's ability to acquire speech. However, there's no research evidence to support this claim. It's possible to learn a signed language alongside a spoken language. Many deaf children from signing families do just this and develop good spoken language and literacy skills. What is clear is that if parents choose to communicate with their deaf child only in speech and that child struggles, the consequences of not addressing this early enough are huge. Tracking and monitoring language development. Practitioners working with deaf children must constantly monitor their progress. This is done by comparing the child's attainment with established language and cognitive milestones. Many parents persist with an oral-only approach until the ages of 7, 8, or even older, in the hope their child will acquire spoken language, but eventually accept their child requires bilingual input. So, while some parents may quickly acquire good signing skills, their deaf child may never match them, since this delay in early language restricts the child's cognitive development. There is a sensitive period within which the brain must learn a first language. If this period is missed, it becomes impossible to acquire fluent language, whether spoken or signed. For this reason, it's vital that we dispel the myth that sign language can be used as a last resort when a child has failed to acquire a spoken language. It's crucial that deaf children are tracked regularly from an early age to assess whether they're meeting pre-specified milestones. Attainment shouldn't be measured against the average deaf child, but should be matched with expectations for hearing children of the same age. And there are a number of important milestones that parents and professionals should bear in mind. For example, the first word or sign should occur at around the age of 12 months. 2 word or sign combinations should be seen at around 18 months. By the age of 3, children should know roughly 500 words or signs. These are a few simple milestones that can be observed easily to ensure a child is progressing. If a deaf child does not achieve this level of productive and receptive language by the age of 2, we would have cause for concern. If, by the age of 3, the child knows only a few words or signs, something is undoubtedly wrong. If you would like further information about milestones, search here. Early Support Monitoring Protocol for Deaf Babies and Children. In summary, whatever you do, don't just watch, wait, and hope for language to develop. As soon as you notice a child falling behind, take action. Whether or not you change the mode of communication, intervene as early as possible. Many of the points made in this article are contained in the following 2 papers, accessible free of charge. Cochlear implantation for prelingual deafness, the relevance of studies of brain organisation and the role of first language acquisition in considering outcome success, 2014. Language acquisition for deaf children, reducing the harms of zero tolerance to the use of alternative approaches, 2012. References. Non-verbal executive function is mediated by language, a study of deaf and hearing children, 2017. Executive function and language in deaf children, 2008. When timing is everything, age of first language acquisition effects on second language learning, 2007. Critical thinking about critical periods, perspectives on a critical period for language acquisition. Signpost to development, theory of mind in deaf children, 2002.